these right here are the top 10 budget cars that I would recommend that you can still buy today. These are definitely my favorites as far as a top 10 goes. By the way, they're in no particular order. I could never even figure out an order, although I would put the Greenlights on the top, but it would just be too difficult. This is not by any means all of the great cars that are out there, but the ones that I believe that are a great value for money as far as detail goes. Because the one thing that all these cars have in common is detail on the interior and the exterior. It's very well thought out, and it's also a really good price. So AutoArt being my benchmark, that's how I kind of look at these. Many of these I would definitely compare to an AutoArt or a high-end manufacturer like Mini Champs. Yet they are so much cheaper, and this is why I always buy budget cars, because they're so much cheaper, and you can really get, if you search, excellent value. Now they do have flaws. Like these cars are not perfect. This Mercedes CLS is on the top 10 mainly because of the detail in the interior. It is by far the best Maisto interior ever done. But yeah, it's not perfect, and that's a little bit loose there. But other than that, it's one of the very few Maistos that actually has an opening door in the back. That has phenomenal suspension. Steering wheels. The wheels turn really well. It's overall a really nice car. On the interior, this is what really, amazes me. These seats, which are actually plastic, look so realistic. So it really looks like they're leather wrapped. They put a lot of thought into it, definitely. Same thing with more interior features like the wood grain and the colored in buttons. It's not something you see on Maistos all the time, but it really makes it worthwhile. It really puts it in a class of its own. Speaking of a class of its own, this one right here. Now, yes, all these are under $50, because that's kind of what my channel focuses on, the budget cars. And yeah, this is about $45, so it's one of the more expensive ones here. But the detail in it is absolutely phenomenal. You could see, the headlights, so much detail in there. The Bentley logo, just very, very fine. That's not even a sticker, that's embossed on there. This is made by Welli, and all these are scale 1/18s, definitely. And you continue, just really, really nicely well done. Again, the interior is also very high class as well. The interior is really the thing that wins me over. It takes a lot of skill to do it. Now this one right here also has phenomenal detail, but it's just the looks of it. I think this is probably the best looking classic modern kind of mix of a car. Just the Shelby GT500 by Greenlight, and what really makes it amazing is just the wheels, very nice style. You have the chrome on the outside, a lot of detail went into that. Interior, not that there is much in there, but it does. I mean, they even included a little Carroll Shelby signature on it on the dash there. I don't know if you can see it, but pretty impressive. It just comes a matte black stripe, which looks really cool. You would think that because it's black, you wouldn't really be able to see it much, but you do see it, and it really looks very, very cool, very unique, definitely. Now, I am not only into sports cars by any means, so that's why this pickup truck is here. It's very, very large truck. The reason why this is here is just because it more or less impresses me on the size, but also on the incredible detail that's in it. Minus, and again, once again, not perfect, because that wheel problem is there. I did have a subscriber that said he managed to fix it. I would like to know how that was done. But anyway, beside that, the front hood, not too realistic. Engine bay, pretty good. Interior is where it really is at, much like the Mercedes. Look, they even color in the window switches there. It's got that fake wood grain, but it looks real in the model. Everything opens. Again, I'm not going to put a car in the top 10 that doesn't have something that's opening. Just really, really nice. Very big. It's a very heavy, solid feeling model. Now the reason why this one is on here is kind of for the same reason as the Mercedes, just because it looks really awesome. Especially in this color scheme, this is probably the best looking classic car to date. I mean, I just love this generation Corvette. It's just absolutely amazing. The chrome quality is very good, surprising for a Maisto. Typically it isn't. Really nice, well done wheels. You know, taillights. Just a nice car. Definitely. So that's by Maisto. I don't know if I mentioned this is also by Maisto. And here we get into the Greenlights, which really are very much like an Autoart when it comes to quality. Has no suspension, but don't really notice it. Really nice detail on the outside. If you can find this car, totally recommend it. Again, if this was a top 10, these are not in order, but these Greenlights would be on top if I did order it. It has carpeting, as well as some really nice details. On the radio stack, it even says Mustang radio in there. Pretty good. Now this is the car that I featured. It had a little headlight defect, but once I fixed the headlight defect, this really became an excellent car. It's made by Welli, scale 118, again, price around $30. And the detail on it is amazing, of course. I feel like I've said that about 10 times now, maybe even more, if you want to start counting. But that's really the best way for me to explain it. Interior, same thing as the Bentley. Very well done. Gallardo there. Very close attention to detail. Engine. Really, and all these cars are very solid. Very well made. This Porsche 911, also by Welli. It's got the yellow brake calipers, which I like, kind of matches the car on the outside. Very not too many, big gaps. Oops. On the interior, same story. Nicely detailed. All the paint quality is very good. I mean, even the minor things like even putting on those little connectors. Also has excellent turning, excellent suspension. Here's a Greenlight, which I showed in my last video, so it should be familiar. Continuing with that Autoart level of detail on the interior. Carpeted floor, velvet seat belts, a really nice pinstripe going all the way down. Absolutely amazing. And again, the most stunning thing about this car is the underbody, which is by far the most realistic I've seen, probably even on an Autoart. And last but not least, because this is not in order, the Porsche Carrera GT, which I put on this list, yes, because it has good details, but also just because it's probably one of my favorite cars. The fact that my screen name is JMC Porsche is not a coincidence. I do love Porsches very much, and Carrera GT is definitely at the top of that list. Plenty of detail on the interior. They color in all the buttons on the back. Very nice. Okay, so as a recap, I know this video is running a little long, but I had a lot to say. So, Maisto Carrera GT, Porsche Carrera GT, the Greenlight, it's 1970 Dodge Challenger, the Welli Porsche 911 GT3 RS, the Lamborghini Gallardo LP 560, Ford Mustang, oh that's by Welli, Ford Mustang GT by Greenlight, the 1965 Corvette by Maisto, the 2006 Ford F-150, Maisto. A lot of Maistos here, actually. I didn't realize that. The Shelby Collectibles 1967 GT500 Super Snake. The Welli Bentley Continental Super Sports. And, of course, the Maisto Mercedes-Benz CLS class. Alright, so hope that this video is found to be helpful. Thanks for watching.